welcome. We're gonna be doing some D&D. Let's hop in here. Undo that. There we go.
Mr. Mars.
Yo, what up, dude?
What up?
Oh, we're also waiting on Black Cat.
Roger that.
Send him a message as well.
Yo, Jaws, that Game of Thrones, the blade, the iron, the what do they call it? The bladed throne. That's pretty sick. Yo, what up, Mystique?
Hello.
What up, Black
Okay.
Cat?
I was literally in the process of sending you a message.
Well, for about the next hour or so, I'm not going to be at my computer, but I can still make my rolls and stuff. I just can't see the game board.
Shouldn't be too much of an issue.
Okay.
Hello there.
Most of this
Hello there.
here is going to be.
What up, Helsing?
Did I say battle? I'm sorry. Ignore that. Ignore the thing that I said. Is that what I think it is?
It's me, Mario.
Yay.
Sorry, dogs took priority before I got MVC.
I gotcha.
No worries, no worries.
Where's my Roll20 app? There it is. Waterdeep. Character. Okay, I got my character sheet open.
Who's the dungeon master? Helsing, it is Goose.
Yeah, there's
In the Discord, in
totally
the
not gonna
99
be any
Discord.
combat this session. Weird.
That's a lie.
Totally
I'm
no
gonna fight somebody.
Uh-huh.
Ignore the list that I have behind this curtain.
go.
Somebody's catching these hands.
Just making sure everything's set up currently.
Is everybody here except Blinky?
Yeah,
Looks
everybody
like it.
else is here.
Okay.
Okay. And who was saying they were going to stream it?
I am currently streaming it. I think Black
Oh.
Cat was going to record it.
Yeah, it was.
Gotcha. Okay.
Clean off my desk and I have so much space. It feels so nice.
That
Well-
thing.
If anybody happens to be watching, welcome.
We do have a few people in here.
I don't know if my mic sounds like dog shit or not, but we'll see.
Sounds good to me.
Yeah, sounds good to
Okay.
me too.
That's good to know. Just so everybody is aware, I am not. I've said it before to you guys, but to anyone watching, I am not Matt Mercer. I I will do my best to make things as cinematic as possible, and give everybody just a real fun time. However, much like Brennan Lee Mulligan, I do have to snack.
Snack.
I might be there
problem
with
is-
you.
The place that I talk from is where the food needs to go. Okay. So, if you guys are on Roll20, you should be able to see your tokens, and you should be able to move them around. Feel free to test this.
Oh.
Yes, I see them moving around.
Sweet.
And I
Before we get started, do we want to go around for the viewers and tell everybody who and what we are, or?
I will be we'll sort of be going into that as
Okay.
part of the intro.
Okay, cool.
So we will get to that. But hello everyone. Welcome to the first official session of the game. Let's see. Can I move you guys around? Yes, I can. All right. So I guess just make sure that you guys have your all your character sheets and abilities and all that fun jazz updated and accurate. Less so for my needs and more for you, because it kind of helps to know what you can do in the game. I do want to test one thing. Do all of you guys see that?
What are we looking at?
cannot.
Whatever you're talking about, no.
Yep, don't
Okay.
see anything.
It should have popped up a thing. I don't know if there's a way for me to do that, but it's fine. It's fine. I can worry about setting that up later. Okay, so allow me to get my stuff open here, and we can go ahead and start if you guys are ready. Yes, which actually need to double check on a thing real quick. Where's that?
Blinky said he was able to talk for a little bit. I don't know what that means, but just wanted to give you a heads up.
And if he wants to pop in, he can.
Yeah, I gotta work on the permissions to allow another person in.
Okay.
We're currently at the max. There we go. Save changes.
Yes. Okay. All right. So, hello.
He has entered the chat.
Blinky is here. Are you there, Blinky?
Yeah,
Holding on.
You guys not hear me, or?
Okay, you're starting to get a little bit better.
Hey, let me walk outside. It's kind of loud in here, so let me walk outside.
Gotcha. Okay.
All right, can you hear me better now?
Yes.
Yep.
Okay. I just wondering, I don't even know if I'll be able to do this. It looks like I'm gonna be working every Sunday from now on, and there's no way they're gonna end before 4.
Mm,
So
well,
maybe-
in that case, we may see about getting somebody else in if they are interested.
is there
Obviously,
not a way we can reschedule for a different day, or
I think the only issue with that is that Sunday is like my one certain day off.
okay?
Whereas my other day off kind of like floats around the week.
Yeah.
So I never know when it is.
Yeah, even if I am able to make it, it's gonna be a week by week basis on whether or not I'm gonna be there.
I gotcha. Well, we can do this first session and then we can try to work it out or see alternatives and try to figure out something.
Yeah, I was really looking forward to this, and then I planned that Sunday before they put me on the Sunday shift, and somebody else had it before. Now they can't do it.
Yeah, life happens.
Yep, I say that's life for you.
I'm pissed though. I really looked forward to this, and then now it's looking like I'm not gonna be able to do it. Like
Well, it does look like they're getting ready to start a second D&D group. Maybe you can jump into that one.
Yeah, that's what I was about to
And
say, Blinky.
maybe they'll do it a different day than us.
Right now, it's looking like it's on a Tuesdays. The other group is gonna run.
Tuesday would work for me better, just because I am working that day, but usually I get done way earlier.
Yeah,
on that.
definitely get with that. I'm not even sure who that other DM is because I don't pay attention to
It's
things.
Dash Render.
Yeah, I can also look back through the chat and figure out who it is.
It's Eli.
And you already have the character made, so hey.
Right.
Yeah. Will that be able to cross over to the other campaign? Like,
Yeah, as long as they're doing 5e, then yes.
Okay. I just worried that you're the one who bought all that stuff, so I don't know.
No, it should be able to transfer over, I think.
Yeah, I would think so.
You want to just cut me out for this week, and then I'll try to make it next week, and we'll go from there. Or
Yeah, we can figure it out.
Yeah, for sure.
I can let you know first thing next Sunday. The next Sunday we do, I can let you know that Sunday whether or not I'll be able to make it. And if I can't make it that Sunday, then I'll just
I gotcha.
bow out of this group.
All right, we'll figure it out.
Henny, I am
Okay.
an
I'll
Asimar,
let you guys
and then I'm a blood hunter for class. An Asimar
Okay.
blood hunter.
Okay.
Oh no. My partner.
So, if everybody else is ready,
Ready as I'm ever going to be.
I'm ready. Let's do this.
okay. So, I was double checking the poll because it looks like the campaign is going to be set in fall. So basically what we see, and I'm gonna add some cinematic flair to it. We open on just a close shot of a branch of a tree, to which there's still a single sort of orangey leaf kind of clinging on, and we see, or we hear rather, just like a gentle gust of wind pick it up, and it picks it off the branch, and we see it flying. Camera sort of flies with it, does a pan around, and then we open on the city of Waterdeep. That's insert like fancy orchestral music. This is the part where you get like the title card, Waterdeep Dragon Heist. And we see the city of Waterdeep settled on right on the Sword Coast in the land of Faerun. And we watch as the camera moves sort of past the title card following this leaf, and we watch it just sort of sway in the breeze as it sort of floats down into the city. We continue to follow it as it sort of dips under the north gate of Waterdeep, and it's just kind of floating through the city now. It keeps going. We keep following it past a bunch of different people sort of walking around the streets. We see a lot of carts with like big hauls of food being brought in from the like outlying farms around Waterdeep. Considering that Waterdeep winters are especially harsh, since this is pretty far north. It's not like ice territory, but the winters get pretty harsh. And it's already like fairly cold here in fall. But they are bringing in huge sort of carts full of food,
what up, girl?
to stock up for people.
How's it
during
going?
the winter months.
Welcome in.
Especially like
We just started our D&D campaign.
the inns and all that kind of stuff. And we follow this leaf there, and it sort of winds through the streets.
Thank you so much
Eventually coming
for the raid,
to
Aubin.
rest, right in front of this sort of large 3-story building.
What up, JP?
The entrance of which has a sign.
Thank you, Aubin.
that's
Thank
sort
you.
of
Thank you.
Gently swinging in the breeze that says the Yawning Portal. And I'm actually gonna open on. We see a boot, like a black boot, sort of step on the leaf absent-mindedly as it's walking through the entrance to the Yawning Portal. And this boot actually belongs to you, Atticus. You're a fairly new arrival in Waterdeep, just sort of coming to a much bigger city. The city of Waterdeep is actually one of the biggest cities. It's not quite as big as, say, Baldur's Gate or Neverwinter, but it's definitely up there. And you have come to just sort of find work and see where things take you. And whenever you initially arrived, you probably found some cheap inn somewhere to stay the night last night. And then asking locals around, you were informed that if you're looking for jobs, information, any kind of just spoken info that you need, the Yawning Portal is the place to go. That's like the place to be if you want to find any info that you're needing. So you're coming into the Yawning Portal. We're gonna say it's fairly afternoon, sort of like there's a sunset happening. You walk into this place. How familiar is Atticus with taverns, just in general?
Not typically. You know, I've been to one or two. You know, in my lifetime. I'll go there occasionally, but not very often.
I mean, it does. One or two trips is enough to sort of get the general sense of the kind of sounds that you hear in a tavern, which is just like people talking, maybe a bard just sort of strumming along, maybe some folks getting a little bit rowdy, just kind of having fun. This place, as you walk in, it's taken all of that and like bumped it up to 11. It is maybe like the most sensory input that you've ever had in your life at this point. There's tons and tons of people in this bar. It's 3 stories, So there's just sort of like they have a huge clientele. This is literally a bar that is famous across the Sword Coast, especially among adventurers. So as you kind of come in and like your chest is hit with this sort of wave of sound, people shouting, gamblers throwing dice. There's a bard sort of just plucking away. It's kind of off key, about 30 tables over. Do you just like what do you do in this situation? Are you just finding a seat?
Yeah, I think I just kind of want to find a spot to sit down and look around, kind of get a feel for the place and see how it just kind of get a feel for the place.
Yeah, it's fairly easy to find a table, even despite all of the people. A bunch of them are just sort of like up and going around and moving to and fro and doing all kinds of things. Why don't you make me a perception check for our first roll of the game?
Sweet. What?
First roll of this campaign.
Let's do it. What die is that for that?
If you're looking at your character sheet, you can just click perception.
Yes.
Okay.
Skills.
Yeah, you can just click perception on your character sheet and it should roll it for you.
Character sheet.
If he rolls a nat 1, we know this campaign's going down fast.
I hope it happens.
He's gonna get the beginner's luck.
Okay, I gotta find perception here.
It's on the skills list.
Ah, okay.
So it's like the core of your
Perception.
Oh,
Did that work?
It is a 3.
yeah, plus.
You got a 3. Which that is with the bonus. So you technically rolled a 2.
Awesome.
Good start. Great start. So yeah, your senses are kind of like overwhelmed to the point that you're not really like catching anybody of significance here in the tavern. You would be on the first floor, but and I will say, we'll say that you sit down at the table. Why don't you go ahead and describe Atticus for us, so that people watching kind of get a visual of what we're dealing with.
Yeah, sure. So it's kind of a little bit of a lone wolf. Hasn't had too many friends. More of a quarters over pennies type friendship. The ones that really have quality friendships as opposed to a bunch of people. So doesn't trust a whole lot of people. He's kind of, I don't know what you said. Kind of like what I did previously as like a job, like if I did like a monster hunter type deal, and yeah, just kind of in town looking for work, and just my family's no longer with me. They've passed away from or actually, I don't know how much I should give away, but they're just, I'll just say they're no longer with us, so I'm kind of on my own now, and
and Atticus probably looks fairly intimidating. If you kind of see his mini here, it's a lot of black and red leather, kind of mask over the face. Most people aren't going to really pay too much attention to it here, just because they're used to sort of the like intimidating people being in this place. There's plenty of them. But you are able to get a seat and just kind of you do have a server kind of come up and ask you if you want any drinks or food or anything like that. If you feel like it, you can indulge in that. If not, they'll go about their business.
Yeah, I think I'll grab me some. You guys got honey mead here?
Yes, absolutely, sir.
I think I'll have me a pint of that.
And they will bring you a pint. Let's move over to I want to go to you, Leah.
Yo, Heroes of Evermore, what up, dude?
You what has brought you
Enigma
to the Yawning Portal?
What up, dude?
Reach
out to him later tonight.
Today.
Well, usually at the end of the day, I like to end it with a nice pint and just watching the crowd, seeing if there's any sketchy fellers or ladies walking in and just observing people watching.
So yeah, you.
How's it going, man?
You're seated at a random table.
This is my first time,
drinking food or whatever.
Officially doing
if you
D&D.
want,
So bear with me as I learn.
A perception check as well.
What?
Oh, okay. That is a 10 total. With a 10, I'll say that you do at the very least see this sort of intimidating looking dude in this black and red sort of leather armor. You're not really sure what his deal is, but he did come in and just kind of sit down and order. But that's currently the only person
what up,
that
zombie?
You have sort of on your radar right now.
That's good.
Why don't you describe Leah for us just a little bit? Kind of what she
Gameplay road is something special for sure.
Her deal is.
Absolutely, I'm excited.
So Leah is from Waterdeep. She's a 22-year-old half elf. She is her family is very well known around the town, so most people know about her, but not know much about her. She's kind of on the short end, but she is very pale skin, orangey hair, always pulled back, and she always has a sword by her side just in case she needs it.
Okay. Perfect. And for those watching, I believe Atticus is playing a blood hunter. Leah is a paladin.
Yes.
So you're sort of going about your business. I want to move over to you, Orin.
Yeah.
Heroes, how long have you been playing, man?
You're most likely you most likely just gotten off shift, I imagine.
Yeah. I would think so if it's towards the end of the day.
Yeah, and you're coming to the Yawning Portal, I'm assuming to
Zombie, it's good, man. It's good.
After your day working for the city guard.
Yeah. Yeah, scope out the area for my late night shenanigans.
I gotcha. Why don't you make me a perception check as well?
Alright.
That's an 11. A lot of low and middle of the rolls. This is turning out real well.
I love it.
So yes, with that, I'll give you that you do also see the gentleman in the sort of black and red leather gear come into the bar, kind of take his own seat. Pretty intimidating.
Introduced about 14 years ago. Been DMing for 3 years, solid.
Given that you've
that's awesome, man.
Been a guard for so long, you kind of like just want to keep him on your radar. He maybe a bad dude, maybe not. You don't know.
Yeah.
Because you've most likely learned to not judge a book by its cover.
Sure.
So that is what you were doing right now. How much of a drinker is your character?
Damn,
I'd say he drinks a pretty good amount and goes out a lot. But he kind of keeps it under wraps since he's a guard. He doesn't get too crazy.
I gotcha.
Uh,
And kind of sort of visually describe him for us as well.
Yeah. So, Orin is a half elf, pretty much average looking elf. Like he has mid-length hair, kind of like I guess not slick back, but like goes behind the ears. Brown hair, and wearing just the average guard armor, just leathers with iron armor. Has a shield and mace. It's almost crazy how average looking he is. And besides that, his demeanor is very serious. That's what he portrays on the outside. So looking at Atticus, I wouldn't say he was like worried about him. I'd say he's more curious about what kind of guy he is.
Gotcha.
I don't know.
Yeah. So. So you are sitting there, drinking and eating and kind of doing your own thing.
Yeah.
And then we will. You're playing a cleric, yes?
Yes.
Okay. And then we will sort of move off to most likely some shadowy corner of the bar. Where we see what looks like a cat person. Kuro, what are you doing currently?
Currently, Kuro's standing in the corner watching the bar, and he sees the new guy come in. And he's deciding whether or not how easy of a target he is to pick his pockets.
I gotcha. Well, why don't you make me a perceptive check as well?
All right.
Just to see how you do.
Where is my perception?
It should be under your skills and your character sheet.
Right. No, I'm searching for it. Perception.
Nice.
Oh.
The one good roll.
Okay.
From the guy that rolled garbage for his stats. So with a 19, I will give you that you're actually clocking all three of these other people. You notice then you do notice this sort of short half-elf woman in kind of plate mail armor. That's probably an issue as well.
I stay away from her.
Yeah, you've got your head on a swivel, which is usual for Kuro, most likely.
Oh yes.
So all of you are in the bar, sort of doing your own thing. You're currently hearing the usual sounds. There's just sort of the clinking glasses, sounds of gamblers yelling, drunken adventurers, as adventurers usually actually frequent this place. It's people singing sort of shanties and bar songs. And then at a certain point, all of this sort of sound is actually eclipsed by somebody shouting at someone. You hear, "You pig! You like killing your mates, does ya?" And then you look over where the shout was, and you see a 7-foot tall half-orc woman. She's hit by a wild swinging punch from a male human who's got like a shaved head that is covered in all these like eye-shaped tattoos. It was the bald guy that was shouting. And there are 4 other humans behind him. They look like they're sort of ready to jump into the fray at any moment. But as he throws this punch, this half-orc stands to her full height, which is immediately intimidating. And then she just sort of cracks her knuckles, and then she goes in. And like the second that she goes in and starts like fighting this person, it just breaks out into an all-out like bar brawl. Like there's now a huge crowd that has sort of immediately gathered around this scene, as people are wont to do, because people like watching other people fight. So now there is shouting from all these people kind of watching this bar brawl. What do any of you do in response to this?
I first cover my pint and make sure I don't spill my pint over all this commotion.
Gotcha.
That's all. I'm just kind of like avoiding everything right now. All the fights. Not trying to get involved.
I gotcha. Basically, are any of you any of you jumping into this fray to help either party out? Because it looks like, yes, this woman is like a 7-foot tall half-orc. There's also 5 men. She's fighting one of them, but the 4 of them look ready to sort of come in if what appears to be their boss starts looking like he's about to lose.
Yeah.
Okay.
I'm just trying to scoot a little bit.
One. Complete the mission.
Scoot a little closer to the wall. Just kind of stay out of the way for now.
I gotcha. So it sounds like Leah's the only one going in right now.
Good enemy.
So as you sort of like make your way up to this scene, you kind of have to like push yourself through this sort of wall of spectators in order to get to where this fight is happening.
Mm-hmm.
Why don't you give me an athletics check? Okay, so you got a 10. By the way, just to explain the double numbers, I have it to where it's automatically rolling at advantage. I'm just using the number on the left if it's a normal roll. If it's an advantage roll, I'm obviously using the higher number. If it's a lower number, or if it's a disadvantage roll, I'm using the lower number. So that's how those rolls kind of shake out.
Okay. Makes sense.
So with a 10, we'll say that you're kind of it is a struggle to get through. You do eventually like make it past the crowd, but at this point, she has like clocked this dude out cold, and the other 4 of these gentlemen are about to jump into this fray, all at once, basically ganging up on this half-orc woman. Are you going to interfere?
Yes.